friends, it's Gwen and I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be sharing my finished and my unfinished series. I actually never really thought about this. It was always just kind of a thing in the back of my head, like I only have the first book or I've read the first 2 books, and it's just always been something that I haven't really written down or seen how many I've finished and how many I haven't finished. But I saw Sylvia's couple of videos that she's put out. I think she did 2 separate videos, her finished and her unfinished, and she may or may not do another one, her incompleted, like she's read up until it's been published, that type of thing. But so this is kind of inspired by those videos. I was talking to her in the comments about it, and yeah, I really kind of needed to know what I finished and what I haven't, but I'm including all of mine in one video, so we'll see how it goes. So the first set of books that I'm going to show you are from my finished series. Some of them are, you know, duologies, and hey, I'm counting it. So anyway, the first one is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Of course, this is a duology, and I've read the first and the second books. I liked them. I'm also including this. Sylvia said she didn't know if she should include this, but I'm including it in mine because my stack of finished is so small, and that is I have read everything that has been published so far in The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. Winter comes out in November, and of course I'll be reading it because it's the 4th and final book. And yeah, I'm super excited for it. So yeah, I'm including it in finished because I have finished what's been published. The next one I read back to back to back, and that is Under the Neversky trilogy by Veronica Rossi. And yeah, I really loved this trilogy so much. And just like I promised the author, I did use a couple of quotes from the second book in my wedding vows. The next one, of course, I completed is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I read all 3 of these. And then finally, Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Read all 3 of those. Can't get that time back in my life. But yeah, so that's basically the only series I have completed. Oh, I lied. I don't have them because I got both of the books from the library, so I will insert pictures. But I did read the Hopeless duology by Colleen Hoover, so I'm including that as well. And I also wanted to include 2 authors that they're not series, obviously, they're standalones, but I am a huge standalone person. I kind of think I realized that with doing this. I have read 2 authors' works, everything that they've published under a particular name, and that is Rainbow Rowell. I have read all of her books published under her Rainbow Rowell name, including Attachments, Fangirl, Eleanor and Park. I have the US and the UK editions of My True Love Gave to Me because she has a story in that. And I'm really looking forward to Carry On. Of course, I'll get that and read that as well. But I've read all of her works. I don't know if I've listed them all, but I have read them all. And then I have also read all of Morgan Matson's books that she has published under this name, Morgan Matson. So, Second Chance Summer, Since You've Been Gone, Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. I don't know if I'm leaving anything else out, but you get the point. I've read all of Morgan Matson's books, so I'm including that in my finished series because I've read a series of books from the same author. Okay, so now on to the series that I haven't completed. I am not gonna lie, there are a ton of unfinished series, and it took me a while to pull these together because they were all over the place, but here we go. To start, I have not read the complete Scarpetta series by Patricia Cornwell. She is one of my favorite authors, and I've read a lot of them, but I haven't read all of them, especially like the newer ones, like towards the end. But I don't even have all of the books in the series, or I actually might have all the books in the series now, including this bind up of the first 3 books. So I do plan on one day reading the entire series from beginning to end. Next, I have the Darkest Minds trilogy by Alexandra Bracken. I have read books 1 and books 2. I have the 3rd book but I tried to pick it up once and I couldn't get into it, but I only read like a couple pages, so I'm gonna try. I have not read all of the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I have read books 1 and 2, and I picked up the 3rd book recently, so I will continue on, but I am missing books 4, but I think I have 5, 6, and 7, I believe. But yeah, I have never read the entire series, ever. I know. Ever. I've only read book 1 in the Vampire Academy series, and yes, I want to get the box set because I am very interested in the entire series. I have only read the first book in the Fallen Kingdom series by Morgan Rhodes, and I wasn't really a super huge fan of this. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And I do have books 2 and 3, and yeah, I'll probably read them at some point. Sadly, I only have the first book in the Remnant Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson, and of course, yes, I do want the second book. Yes. I have only read the first book in the Dorothy Must Die series trilogy. I'm not really sure, by Daniel Page, and I will not be continuing on in the series. Last month, I read Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi, and it's the only book that I own, but yes, of course, I do want to continue on in the series. I am holding off on buying these books until Elizabeth from Zizzy Book Babble is ready to read them, because I was supposed to be reading that this month with her, and I kind of skipped ahead and cheated. So I'm waiting to buy those books. But of course, yes, this is a series I know I could marathon easily. Also currently reading Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And yes, I want to continue on in the series, and more of that info to come. I have only read the first book in the Mardar trilogy, and I only have the first book. I read it this month, and yeah, I need books 2 and 3 to continue on. I read Mind Games last month, and there are other books, but I'm not really interested, so this is a standalone. Also, Even Adam I read last month, and I heard that there's other books in this as well, and I'm not really interested. I have also read Every Day by David Levithan, and I know Another Day is out, which is kind of like the Hopeless duology, where it's just told from an alternate perspective, and I haven't read it yet, and I don't know if I'm really interested in reading it or not. You by Caroline Kepnes. This is the only book that is out, but there is a second book out, or it's going to be coming out, and I really do want to read it because this was amazing. A Thousand Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, the Firebird series. It's the only book that is out, I believe. I don't think the second book is out yet. If it is, sorry. I didn't even know if it was out or not. I don't think it is. But yes, I'm definitely going to pick it up because I really miss these characters and this crazy, wacky world that Claudia Gray has created. Also, another book that I will insert a picture of is Slide. I heard there's other books in that series. Not really interested. Wed Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Not really interested in moving on in this series. The Tears of Tess book, I believe it's called Monsters in the Dark. It is self-published and written by Pepper Winters, and yes, I want the other books badly. Now, Winter Spell, which I read last December, I believe, January, December, by Claire Legrand. I read the first one, and I'm not really sure if I want to continue on or if there are other books. I think there are, but they're not out yet. I don't know, but I don't know if I'm going to continue on. I didn't get into this book until like way late in the book, but then from there it was like really interesting, but then towards the end it got boring again, so I'm not really sure, but that was the last book I had to show you. 6 completed, and then if you count Rainbow Rowell and Morgan Matson books as a series, that's 8. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 series that I haven't completed. So I think that I really need to concentrate on picking up these books in this series instead of buying like new standalone books, because I mean, I think I am more of a standalone reader than I am a series reader, but I need to knock some of these series off. But that's all I have for you today. It is my completed and my uncompleted series. I hope you have enjoyed. I would love to hear what series that you have completed and which ones I should definitely finish from my unfinished series list first. But that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!